Every season, when we add a new hunter or a new stand, we make an effort to do a trial run. That way we know exactly what we're facing when it comes hunt day and it's time to get in the blind. Lucky for us, Scott was willing to be a guinea pig, not only to help us set up the blinds in Logan, but to try out some new contraptions that DJ built. Adaptive hunting is that, adaptive. And sometimes we need to get just a little creative.
And I'm not even going to have you try to transition into the pickup.
Okay.
The thought of it is, I will make a metal platform that's bigger to put on here,
Okay.
to stand on,
Okay.
and this will run up to this height.
Okay.
And I already tested it. It will lift Aaron.
Yeah, I see them coming down in it. So.
But if we can get you up here, and with help, we can get you standing where you can hold on. And I got some oh shit handles coming from my doors. Actually, let me run this down. That would make it.
Okay.
All right. I'd rather help you than help you up. Just keep that in mind.
Alright, maybe this one's not going to work out the way we planned. That's okay. Version 1. Back to the drawing board. Scott has been hunting turkeys with us for the last year or so. But this year he decided he wanted to chase after a buck with his bow. And since he was willing to let us test everything on him this year, we figured it was only right that he was the first to hunt the new stand. We were all real excited for our first sit in the stand. And with the fresh crop of acorns dropping, we figured things would happen quick. But none of us thought it would be the first 5 minutes quick. We hadn't even had time to get set up in the blind before this buck snuck in behind us. We usually set our blinds up so we can see the deer coming from a distance. That way it gives us and the hunters time to settle in and prepare for the shot. But with this buck, we didn't have an extra minute to spare. It was go time right away.
Oh, sweet.
I've got eyes on you. You slowly take your time and get another arrow out just in case something weird would happen.
He's just eating back there.
I think it was high in the neck.
After being hit, the buck just stood in the distance, feeding around. There was a little trickle of blood going down his shoulder, but other than that, he didn't act like he was hurt. We were pretty sure the shot was high, and that it was going to be non-lethal. The deer didn't act scared, and so we decided to just wait it out in case he came back into the food plot. As he slowly walked away, you could tell that Scott was disappointed. But that happens in hunting. And this deer, we would have another run-in with him later with another hunter. But that's a video for a different day. As for us, besides a couple does, that was the last deer we saw that day. And so it was time for us to regroup and give it another try. if there's one thing you can count on hunting in North Dakota, it's that eventually the cold will come. When it comes to hunting deer, snow and cold temperatures can be a great thing. Difficulty finding food on the landscape can congregate deer in your food plots, and that's exactly what we were looking for during this freezing cold sit. From the time Scott got into the blind, he was covered up in deer. We knew it wasn't an if that buck would show up, but a when. We just needed to be patient.
Okay, Scott, if he gives you a good shot, feel free to take it. That's slightly quartering to you, though. Remember to take your time and be patient.
It's no secret that what happened last time was a disappointment. But Scott wasn't going to let that happen again. He practiced hard, and this time he was ready.
All right. I'm gonna give him a few minutes because we didn't have great penetration and because we got all the daylight in the world.
Should I wait for a better angle or?
No, that was a perfect angle. It might have been a little far back, but we can let him warm up in here and wait a fucking half an hour now. All right, we're live here. Good news is Scott just made a shot on a buck that got a great blood trail. Bad news is I can see where he crossed the river. So tell us what happened when we got down here today. We had deer out in front of us before we were even ready.
Yeah, we had deer pretty much the whole time we were out here. We had a nice sized doe and 3 fawns pretty much out here the whole time we were out here today. And then there was a little spike fork buck that came out, and he didn't stick around very long. He took off and then came back, and DJ seen a nice sized buck coming towards the left. Right, sorry, my directions are messed up right now. Off towards the right, and he was going off the other direction, but then came back and came right out to where I could shoot him, and I shot him, and DJ says there's a very good blood trail. It was a good shot on him. But there wasn't a whole lot of penetration with it, so we made some calls to see if we can find some help to find it.
Yeah, hopefully we're putting a tag on your first buck here after a while.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
Awesome. All right, got some help brought in here. Going to have to cross the river one at a time, but we can actually see Scott's buck laying on the other side of the river. Don't know how well we can pick this up. You can see that blood trail out there on the ice. This will be the first buck killed out of the blind that Scott and his family donated, and Pat Grainer did a major renovation on to turn it into a little penthouse for us. So, all right, hopefully we're not videotaping DJ getting wet. Got it. Scott is going to be a happy man, I guarantee you that. All right. For obvious reasons, Scott couldn't cross the river and go get his buck. So we brought the buck to him in the new hunting blind. Great first buck with a bow, Scott.
Thank you.
Just awesome, buddy.
Thank you. I'm very, very happy right now.
All right.
Kind of speechless, actually.
Let's get him tagged.
Okay.
And then we'll go outside and do a photo session.
Okay.
And then we'll get you in a warm van.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
Scott's deer hunt proves that no matter how disappointing one hunt can be, the next one can make it all worth it. as long as you pull yourself back up and get back in the blind, there's still a chance.